Good morning and welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. So I invite you to relax in your chair. My name is Lance Rath. I am a spiritual practitioner here at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers and to anyone who takes on that role, which I think many of us do more often than not. So everyone is welcome here. We pride ourselves on what we call our radical inclusiveness. So wherever you are in the online world, and here today in the center, you're welcome. So I invite you to close your eyes and we'll just begin the meditation today with focusing on our breath. Just noting the breath, the rise of the chest as we breathe in, and as it sinks down when we release. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. It's really quite extraordinary how we absolutely depend on breathing, and we don't ever have to think about it. Just something our bodies do naturally, on its own, without any conscious thought on our part. So let's maintain that right now. You don't have to control your breathing. It's just a matter of noting it. In and out. It's a very simple way to set our mind at ease and to relax into being present with the presence. So as you note your breath, allow your body to relax. Let your shoulders sink down. And if it feels right, you can, on your next exhale, do an audible sigh. That felt good. I'm going to do one more of those. So let your muscles get a little bit looser. Keeping your posture straight but relaxed. And now you have the luxury of just being. Being one with the presence, that singular consciousness, that one love, that source of happiness and joy, harmony. Just be with that. Because it is everywhere, including with you right now, within you, through you, and I'd say even as you. Because you are of that one power. Everything that is within spirit is within you. And all you have to do with that right now is just breathe, relax, and be with it. So we'll be in silence for a few moments. And you might occasionally hear me every once in a while. this moment, I take a pause to recognize that I am always supplied. Much like breathing, all I have to do is accept what I need. The universe is always wanting and willing and joyfully there to provide my needs. And in this moment, I pause and I recognize that there is but one life, the one life, and I am of it as are the thousands of billions of trillions of other individualized aspects of that one life. And as such, there are no others, for we're all of the one. And that one life resides within me, naturally, easefully. There's nothing I have to do to earn its favor. And I can be completely oblivious of it. It doesn't care. And I know when I take this time to be one with that presence, that I am in touch with my source, which is the source. And because of the amazing nature of how it works, it's a two-way street. And by being in touch with it, it is in touch with me. And I open my heart and my soul to receiving divine intuition, divine guidance, divine knowing for my natural next steps in life. Being present with the present. Because we are all one with the one, and the one is love. Know that you are loved. Without condition, without expectation, without pressure. It's just a natural state of living. That the love is there, radiating from within you towards your entire being. And perhaps one of the joys of life is carrying that love forward out into expression through and as you. So after the meditation today, I encourage you to be open to any divine thoughts, intentions, intuitive thoughts that nudge you towards an act of kindness, an act of compassion, an act of forgiveness, an act of acceptance, an act of love. And now, dear beloved of the divine, it's time to come back into our physical bodies. Focusing again on the breath. That's all. Noting the rise of your chest. Noting when it falls. Maintaining that connection to the divine. As you re-engage, perhaps wiggling your toes, your fingers, and at your own pace, you can open your eyes and return to the physical realm. Namaste.
in a sky of blackest silk. See how round, like a cookie. See how white as milk. Call it the moon, my child. Say moon. Sounds like your spoon, my child. Can you say it? New words today. Say moon. Near the moon, brightly turning, see those tiny sparks of light, each one new, each one burning through the darkness of the night. We call them stars, my child. Say stars. That one is Mars, my child. Can you say it? New word today. Say stars as they blink all around us, playing starry-eyed games. Who would think it astounds us, simply naming their names? Turn your eyes from the skies now. Turn around and look at me. There's a light in my eyes now, and a word for what you see. We call it love, my child. Say love. So hard to say, my child. It gets harder. New words today. We'll learn to say, learn moon, learn stars, learn love.
It's not nice to make the minister cry before she has to come up and welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's wonderful to see you all and people joining us on, am I not on? She said hi. I was on a roll too. What is going on with me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Am I on now? I don't, it still doesn't feel like I'm on. Yes? Okay, now I can hear myself. Hi, everybody. It's not nice to make the minister cry. Okay, what else did I say? Oh, welcome to our love stream, people. Happy Mother's Day, everybody, but we're going to get to that in just a second. I just want to welcome everybody to the center here. It's wonderful to have bodies here again. It's wonderful to have you all, and it's wonderful to know that you all are still tuning in on the love stream as well. That makes me feel quite wonderful. If you are new to the center, I'll introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to a center for spiritual living, few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. That doesn't mean that we practice every one of them, but we honor your right to practice your faith tradition your way. Because there can't just be one way of being. There can't be just one way of believing. There has to be an infinite numbers of ways of expressing the divine within, because that's exactly what we are and who we are. We are the divine expressing itself as each of us individually. So wherever you are on your path, however you got here, whether you had to wait almost two years to be able to sit in here, whether you've been part of the center since its inception, I just want to say welcome and thank you for being here. It's really great to see you. And what I would like to ask is if there's anybody who is here for the first time, and I think we may have a couple of people, are you willing to raise your hand? We don't want to embarrass you. We just want to say hi. I thought maybe so. Keep your hands up. We're going to just hand you a brochure. This gives you some information about the center, and there are people around afterwards if you want to chat with people, and just know that you're so welcome here. Thanks for being here. So I think this is my Mother's Day slide. So I want to do this officially now, so happy Mother's Day. And this is okay, if you are a mother, please stand up. If you are a mother, please stand up, okay. If you are a cool aunt who had a good influence on a child, please stand up. Okay, that would be me as well. Okay, if you were a teacher and had a good influence on a child, would you please stand up? Yes, you can. I was getting to you. If you are a mother to a pet and haven't stood already, please stand up. And this is for you too in the love stream. Okay, and let's give all of these people a hand because we love you. Now, if you had a mother, stand up. Keep standing. If you had a mother, stand up. And we're going to sing our Kong song, which is I Send My Love Over the Mountains. So think about your mom while you're singing this. I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I like that one. Thank you. So let me tell you what's going on here at the center. things are starting to move up again. So Oliver, our Oliver, is going to be doing a concert here on June 3rd. He and his party band called Revolution. And if you have ever, well, you know Oliver, he's at a gig right today, but you know Oliver and you know everything he does is just of the highest quality, and he's pulled together wonderful people for his dance band. It is on Friday, June 3rd. I have the times wrong, don't I, Lance? What are the correct times? 8 at night? Okay, doors open at 7:30, concert begins at 8. It's going to be a dance thing, so, bring your dancing shoes. So the pre-sale is over. We were having just a really quick pre-sale for members of the center. Now the tickets are $25 plus GST, and you get them on Eventbrite. You can also talk to Lance afterwards and buy your tickets that way. We also have, is there anything else I want to say about that? Oh, we are going to be serving drinks and snacks too. So that's going to be like, a cash bar type thing. So get your tickets soon, because guess what? They're selling really fast. So you want to make sure that you get your tickets so you can be here and be part of the party, because it's going to be fun. Okay, I think now this is going to happen.
Hey, hola, my friends. Leslie here, coming to you straight from Mazatlan. I'm looking for people that are interested in health, wealth, and love. Psst, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We're going to dust off our spiritual toolkit in this next course that I'm hosting. It's 5 weeks to more love, more health, and more wealth. Are you currently living your affluent lifestyle? Well, I am. I'm here on vacation. I've designed a life. I created a vision for myself, and I designed a life that I love to live. So I know that there is a lot of people out there that know that we can create our own vision for ourselves, that we can grow by changing our thinking and changing our lives. And that's the course that I'm going to be teaching. It's going to be great. We're going to build some community. We're going to practice some daily spiritual tools, and we're going to build some incredible community together. That's the most important part, I think, is working with other people that'll keep us on track. Who here has been a little bit lonely? Whose health hasn't been too great? And what about your wealth? Are you worried about your bills and stuff like that? Well, I invite you to take this course, because it's amazing to be able to create a future that you want to live so that you could be in a great place like this. I invite you to join me to spend 5 weeks designing your amazing future and experiencing that future right now. That's the key to success in this thing. Free yourself. Embrace vitality. Let's play in the field of infinite possibilities together. See you soon. Adios, amigos and amigas.
When is that happening, Dr. Pat? Well, I'll tell you. It starts not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday on May 18th. From 6:30 to 9. It is going to be a hybrid course, so we're going to have some people in person. We're going to have some people online as well. The course cost is $170. Now, the reason why this particular class is significant, first of all, we've never taught it here before. It's new to Centers for Spiritual Living, and it is an accredited course. So you do get credit for this course towards if you want to be a practitioner or a minister. So $170, you can register with Lance after service, or you can go to the website or send an e-transfer to office@calgarycsl.org and just put course in there so we know what it's for. And it starts soon. It starts on Wednesday, May 18th. And I know we already have a number of people signed up for it, so don't be late. You're going to love it. So that starts next week. Then I'm just giving you kind of a warning about I shouldn't say warning, because it has to do with my sister. No. My sister Beth, who is a practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living, is going to be coming up to visit me in June, and she's going to be doing a soul card workshop. Soul cards are super cool. They're like mini vision boards, but you choose pictures that speak to you, and it gives you kind of a message as you're putting it all together. It's super cool. Kathy, you have all of your soul cards. I know you said that. Rosalie, I have all my soul cards. So that, we're going to offer it twice. We're going to offer it Thursday, June 9th, 6:30 to 9, and then Saturday, June 11th from noon to 2:30. You can take both. You can take one, whatever you want to do with that. But I do need to tell you, it's in person only. So online people, I apologize for this, but there's just no way to do it hybrid or online. So it's going to be in person. More details, more information coming soon, but I just wanted to plant the seed for that. Our ongoing groups, many of you participate in that. We've got our Monday night Seekers group, facilitated by practitioner Ron Hahn. That's at 7, Coffee with Dr. Pat. This has been ongoing since the pandemic started, and we just love it. We love you to join us. That's Wednesdays at noon. All of these are online. Thursday meditation at 7. The Saging Circle, who is our wisdom keepers, 55 and above, they meet online on Saturdays at 10 o'clock. And then Laughter Yoga with Sharon Faulkner and Heather, beautiful Heather, whose last name is completely leaving me. Anyway, going to be facilitating it on Zoom this coming Friday, May 13th. And you're going to find all the Zoom information on the website and in the newsletter. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. So now we're going to go into our more sacred time. This is the time when we begin to let go of the business, all of that other stuff, and we're going to come in to the spiritual part of it. So Amy is going to lead us in a beautiful chant, and then Lance, our practitioner, will give us the spiritual mind treatment. So I invite you all to just go within, begin to get yourself in touch with your higher self.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light, love reflecting love. I am one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
And in this moment, I recognize that one power, that one love, that omnipresent presence that is in and through all of life. It radiates into all that it creates, even as it is creation itself. That one love, that one joy is in it all. And that means it's in me. And what's true for me, I know is true for everyone here listening to my voice. That presence is deep within me. And it provides a calm and a peace that is unmatched and unbreakable. It It is at the center of my being. And I am a reflection that radiates that peace out into the rest of life. And it's all just a continuous circulation. Love, giving love, receiving love, accepting peace, providing peace, joy upon joy, giving joy and receiving joy. What an amazing experience to be a part of that every single day. And I take this moment to just recognize it. Being of that one life. The magic, the joy, the pleasure of being in this life. And I'm grateful for knowing that. I'm grateful for feeling it. I'm grateful for knowing that when I don't, at any moment, I can take a pause and re-recognize it. Grateful for that power of thought. And so in this gratitude, I now release my word, knowing that it is already so, and so it is.
And so it is.
Love reflecting love. I am one with the divine. I am peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
Thank you, Amy, for the lovely chant. So we'll go into our vision statement here at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. So say it with me if you like. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And how do we do that? Well, we use our mission statement. So, the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Amy. And I haven't, this is our keyboard player, Jamie, for the first time, or not, for a long time. Yeah, for a long, long time. Okay, speaking of the band, they're going to go off stage, right? But let me introduce you. So you met Jamie on keys. Here's Carlos on keys. Little private joke between Luis and me. And Cam, you know Cam as our bass player. And of course, the always amazing Amy Bishop, who is doing an original song, I remember, that she wrote for her mother. So give a hand.
"68 summers ago, as tomatoes fell ripe from the vine, a beautiful baby was born, this mother of mine. Disney's Alice had just met the Queen. I Love Lucy had some splaining to do. And two little blondie blue babies, Uncle Jimmy and you. 68 summers ago, 68 summers ago, la da di da. 56 summers ago, grass stained and scraped at the knees. Well, you were in trouble again for climbing up trees. Dr. King spoke of having a dream, and the Beatles sang Love, Love Me Too. Susie Q put a bike in an oak. Yes, this story is true. 56 summers ago, 56 summers ago, la-da-di-da. 39 summers ago, you heard the West call out your name. It's packed us all up in the car, and to the mountains you came. The year Mount St. Helen blew up, and John Lennon was shot in the street. You drove over 2,000 miles just to see what could be. 39 summers ago, 39 summers ago, la-da-di-da. Life has some curious turns. The road may not always take you where you wished it might go. But I'm forever blessed that you appeared 68 summers ago. 68 summers ago. Well, tomatoes fell ripe from the vine. Beautiful baby was born, this mother of mine. 68 summers ago, 68 summers ago, la-da-di-da.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Amy Bishop. That was wonderful. Thank you, Amy. I was kind of going through the history in my life, thinking about the events that would have been similar to that. Thank you. That was really meaningful. Wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, thanks, Kath. You're the best. Okay, would you breathe with me, please? Taking a deep breath. And again. And one more time. I just have, excuse me, just one moment. Haley, it's wonderful to see you. And is that a new little one, a new little guy? Hi, precious. Oh, how old? Almost 2 months. Hi, I want to meet you after service. You know, that I just got to say, now that we're open again, it's just so wonderful to start seeing people again. I know you're out there, and I can't wait to see you, but gosh, it's great to, I didn't even know about this. So that's exciting, very, very exciting. So for this month of May, what I've been doing is basing my talks on a wonderful little children's book called An Alphabet for Humanity. And a lot of people were asking me where you could get it. I found it on Amazon. It's about $25 Canadian. We don't have it in the bookstore, but you can find it. It's absolutely there. It was written by Lisa McGregor and illustrated by Daniela Sosa. And so what Lisa did, and I actually am having a correspondence with her because I wanted to tell her I was using the book, and I sent her last week's talk and everything. So what she has done is that she's taken each letter of the alphabet and she's assigned a life-affirming positive word to each of the letters, along with kind of a brief explanation and an affirmation. And the letters we covered last week were A for abundance, B for bravery, C compassion, D diversity, E empathy, F forgiveness, and G for gratitude. And so as you can see just from those 7 letters and those 7 words, each word is one that if we apply it to our life, if we really live from that place of abundance or bravery or compassion or diversity or empathy or forgiveness or gratitude, if we're truly living from that place, we are going to be more loving. We're going to be more open-minded. We are going to be living expanded lives. In fact, several of you shared with me that you liked the words and worked with them and used them during the week to kind of, keep you going. So are you anxious now to find out what our 7 letters are for this week? Is that enthusiastic? Okay, here we go. What do you suppose H stands for? Home? Hospital? You need to come back. If that's the first thing you thought of, how about happiness? And the little tag word that goes along with that, I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of a lighting issue here, is happiness is feeling cheerful and excited in my body. Now, if you recall last week, we did a little bit of work with G is for gratitude. And I led you through an exercise where we thought of at least 9 things that made us smile. And when people are like, oh, God, 9. But once we got into the hang of it and we directed our minds to really be thinking along those lines, it became very easy to come up with 9 things that made us smile. Well, the same thing is true for happiness. The same thing is true. It is relatively simple to be happy when we set our mind to it. Abraham Lincoln is attributed to have said, folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. I've also heard it attributed to Dale Carnegie and Henry Ford. So, who knows who really said it, but the point is it doesn't really matter who said it. What matters is the thought behind it, and the thought behind is that we can choose to be happy, even if not everything around us is happy. Because contrary to what advertisers tell us, happiness is not dictated by the things outside of us, although we're told that it is. In other words, happiness does not come from a new car, or a new house, or a new job, or a new lover, or a new whatever is that shiny new thing. That does not make us happy. The latest and greatest thing will not bring happiness to us because happiness is an inside job. Happiness is a choice.
It's looking beyond the things that may be disturbing us. It's coming to realize the absolute truth, and it's choosing to put our focus on what makes us happy. Here's the list I came up with just as I was putting the talk on. Happy to be alive. Yes? Happy to live in Canada. You betcha. Happy for your critters and your pets. Yes? Happy that spring is here. Maybe. Happy that summer is coming. Maybe. Okay? Happy for our music every week. Maybe. Happy that today is Mother's Day. Yeah. And here's the best part about choosing to be happy, because then it makes it a conscious choice, is that we can let that happiness well up inside of us. And then we expand it out into the world. Yeah? We can make a difference that way. So the affirmation for H is, say this together, I am happy when I follow my heart and make time to play. I just got to say one thing. Happy that we belong to a spiritual tradition where playtime is considered a virtue. Yes? Or maybe it's just me that says that, but I think it might be true. Okay, so the next one, imagination. Imagination is making a picture in my mind about what I would like to be. So again, I could do a whole series of talks, probably a whole month's worth of talks on the power of imagination. Because our teaching is all about using our powerful minds, in other words, our imagination, to create the life that we want to live, just like what Reverend Leslie with her video today. Because when we consciously use our imagination, consciously and on purpose directed, we're giving the universe a clue as to how we want our life to look. We're giving it a clear picture. Ernest Holmes calls it providing a mental equivalent. A mental equivalent. He wrote this. He said, if we have a strong picture or mental concept of what we desire, we must sooner or later manifest according to the concept. So I'm going to give you an example. Several of you, many of you know this story, and we're I don't want to go to that yet, so I'll stay here. So, several years ago, I've been here 9 years, so I'm going to say this was 7 or so years ago, we had a retreat for our leadership, the board, the practitioners, that type of thing. And we did a group process, kind of a meditation that utilized imagination. And while I was in that group process, I got this very clear mental picture about a new building for the center. Because at the time, we were in a kind of a weird configuration. We had an office and a classroom in one space, and we had our Sunday celebration in an auditorium at SAIT that we had to set up freshly every week. So it was functional, but it wasn't ideal. So in this meditation, I saw and I felt all of us under one roof with lots of really great energy and happy conversations and laughter and music. It was very clear. It was very real to me. It was just like, wow. Now, this was not something we had been thinking about. Maybe little snippets of conversation, but it wasn't a real conversation about finding a new space, just something that came to me during that meditation. It was a product of my imagination and others, as it turns out. Because fast forward to 2017, And we were having an open house in this building that we had just purchased and was starting to build out. And I was in this room, and there were people that were in the classroom over there, and I could hear laughing and talking. And there was music playing, and the energy was happy and joyful. And I realized that through my imagination and other people's imaginations, that we had created a mental equivalent that attracted us to this, attracted somebody else to buy our other building so that we could be here in this right and perfect place for us. Imagination. Here's our affirmation. Let's say this together. When I use my imagination, anything is possible. So J for joy. I got the joy. Again, for joyful. Joy is a warm and happy feeling in my heart. Now, it seemed to me as I was preparing this that it was a little bit redundant to have both happy and joyful so close together, because they kind of feel like the same thing, right? Happy and joy kind of feel like the same thing. So, you know me, I went to the knower of all things, Google, and asked about the difference between happiness and joy, and I still wasn't getting an answer I liked. So then I went to the other knower of all things, boy, do they think so, my friends on Facebook. And and I asked them, what's the difference between happiness and joy? And true to form, I got all kinds of different responses that were kind of different from one another. So some people said happiness is a response to external conditions, like getting something new or something like that, and that joy was an internal response to simply being alive, just that joy that kind of comes bubbling up. Well, other people said it was just the opposite, that happiness was the internal quality of a contentment, and joy was a temporary response to something. So again, who cares? They're both cool. We both like feeling it. They're both something that we aspire to. So I'm going to go with what Lisa, the author's explanation for. And joy is a warm and happy feeling in my heart. Yes? And here is its affirmation. Let's say this together. I am joyful when I have fun doing what I love. Guess what? I'm joyful today. Guess why? I'm doing what I love. Dang, this is my job. Okay, anyway, K. Want to take a guess? Kind. K is for kind. Kind is being caring and helpful to others. So I am so happy, I am so joyful that kind is our K word, because I am on a kindness crusade. Because it seems to me that even before the weirdness of the pandemic, people had forgotten how to be kind to each other. Maybe it's this fast-paced world that we live in where everybody's in a hurry. For instance, I get honked at or angrily passed several times a week now on the road. It's possible I'm driving like a little old lady these days, so I can kind of understand it, but still, right? Or maybe it's the anonymity of social media, where people can say absolutely horrible things and get away with it because it's anonymous. Or maybe it's because civil discourse and civil conversations amongst our leaders and celebrities have completely disappeared. But the bottom line is, the world seems to be less kind. But people are finding this to be unacceptable. People are simply choosing to be kind again. Ernest Holmes said this: "Let us therefore light the candle of love
human kindness, forgiveness, and understanding in our own soul and let it shine brightly. Let us stand guard so that the winds of malice, cross purposes, ignorance, or misunderstanding will not blow out the light. Let us so live each day that the light from our candle of spiritual knowledge will forever be clear and understood, not only by ourselves, but by all with whom we come in contact. Let's be those people. Let's be those people. Because again, like happiness, being kind, it isn't hard. It's our natural state of being, to be kind, to live in harmony. That is our natural being. So the affirmation for kind is, I am kind when I do something nice to brighten someone's day. Did you all say that? Or did I say it by myself? We're going to say it again. I am kind when I do something nice to brighten someone's day. So now we come to the L word. What do you think it is? You do? Have I become so transparent that you know that the L word is going to be loving? Loving is treating people with respect and gentle care. That's her definition of it. It totally dovetails with kindness. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I talk about love a lot, like always, right? So I found this cartoon, and I'm going to share this cartoon to teach us all about love. All right? It's 2 parts. So I'm going to show you the first part now. So it shows a porcupine, and he's looking at his friends. The ant, is it an anteater or is it a sloth? It's something. Wearing a balloon hat. And the panda's wearing a balloon hat. And the anteater, or the porcupine, I guess it's a porcupine, says, hey, that's cool, I want a balloon too. I want a balloon hat. And they're like, It's so simple. It's so simple. So the affirmation for L is, when I love myself, my love for others grows and grows. The M word is next. Mindful. Mindful is noticing what is happening inside of me and around me. So mindfulness, or being mindful, is something that we teach children, right? So we say, hey, be mindful with that, or be mindful when you go outside. And it means pay attention. It means be careful, look around, that type of thing. It's a smart way to walk through life, being mindful. However, when we speak of being mindful in spirituality, we mean practicing being in the present moment right now. Not the past, not the future. Right here, right now. Being mindful to take a moment or several moments to just check in. Just check in. Close your eyes for a second. I'm going to lead you through a series of questions. Just pay attention. What am I thinking? Is it serving me? If not, can I shift it? What is a new thought I can be thinking? What am I feeling? Is it true? Or is it simply a reaction to something?
Now we're going to check our breathing. How is my breathing? Am I breathing shallow? Or am I breathing deep? Taking a full, deep breath. How is my heart? Am I being loving? Am I being loving of myself? Am I being loving toward others? How is my heart? And then just bring yourselves back. And you should be feeling quite present right now. And you can do a quick little exercise like that anytime you want. Chances are you shouldn't do it when you're driving. Just saying. But at other times, I love this quote by John Kabat-Zinn. Mindfulness is a way of befriending ourselves and our experience. Befriending ourselves and our experience. So there's a lot that I could say about mindfulness, of course. But here's our affirmation. Let's say this together. I am mindful when I take a moment to pause and breathe. And finally, we come to our N word. What do you think it is? Nonsense? Noble? Okay, think about what day it is. What else day is it? Mother's Day. And what do mothers do? They nurture. N is for nurturing. Nurturing is caring for people and our big, beautiful world. And I got to tell you, I love that the 7 letters ended on nurturing on Mother's Day. You'd think I planned it that way. Because the truth is, most mothers are nurturers by their very nature. And I understand. I want you to hear me. I understand that is not the case for everyone. I understand that. I know some people did not have a nurturing, caring mother. And if that's the case for you, my heart goes out to you. Because even though I'm not a mother, I am a nurturer and I care. I think nurturing is an aspect of femininity, even though men can be nurturing as well. So with that in mind, I love that our lesson ends with nurturing of ourselves and our mama nature. Because she says right here is caring for people and our big, beautiful world. So we're talking about mama nature here. Some of the synonyms for nurturing or developing, cultivating, and encouraging. Those definitions transcend gender and transcend parental roles. Dads can also be developing, cultivating, encouraging. Anybody can. We are these people that are starting to wake up. We absolutely and undoubtedly seek to develop, cultivate, and encourage other people. We absolutely do. Because as people who are waking up, at our very core, we understand that in order for humankind, indeed for Mother Earth to continue to survive and thrive, we have to take an active role in caring for it. We have to do this by being nurturing, by developing, by cultivating, and by encouraging other people as well as ourselves. We have to do this. And let's say our affirmation for nurturing. I am nurturing when I show my love for the earth. Take a breath. We still have almost half an alphabet to go. So next week, y'all will be thinking about this, I know.
OPQRST. Okay? Want a hint? Tough. I'm not going to give you one. Those of you who bought the book will be able to know. But here, in the meantime, be happy. Imagine great things for yourself and others. Spread joy. Be kind and loving. Stay mindful. And nurture someone or something. I love you, and so it is. Can you take this down? Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to have you here. Aren't we so blessed to have such a deep well of musicians that even when Steph is gone, Oliver is gone, Lisa is gone, we still have stellar musicians who provide us with such enjoyment. Give them a hand. Give them a hand.
Walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart would understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, 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 anything. Believe in the power of love can build a heart and mind. Between your heart and mind, love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Let's do it again. Everybody say, love can build a bridge. Oh, love and only love. Between your heart and mine. Between your heart and mine. Don't you think it's time? 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 Dr. Pat, everybody.
Amy Bishop. Okay. Ah, that was fun. I know. This is our time to support the center. So I just want to express a gratitude to people who are doing this on a consistent basis through the Conscious Commitment Program. That way it just comes out. We have it. We know that we can count on it. It's absolutely wonderful. If you want to become Conscious Commitment, talk to Lance. If you give every week, if you give it once a month, if you give when you can, thank you. Thank you to everyone. So I invite you to take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation, hold it to your heart, and let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is. And we're going to sing love. We've got Luis, we've got Cam with our band for Elevation, and Amy Bishop. All righty. So we're going to rub our hands together. Before we do the final blessing, I just want to say our fun day is open. Our fun day for the kids is open. I see we may have 3 or 4 kids in there, so we keep growing. We're doubling in size. Woohoo! So we're going to send some love to them, but what we're going to do is we're going to rub our hands, we're going to get all that good energy going, and we're going to send it to where it needs. So that's to yourself, go like this. If it's to yourself and somebody else, go like this. If it's to the world, however that is. Okay, you ready? On your mark. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3.
Might sound crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel happiness is the truth. Hey, because I'm happy, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Happy, clap along if you feel that's what you want to do. Hey. Come bad news, talking this and that. Give it all you got and don't hold back. 'Cause I should probably warn you I'll be just fine. No offense to you, but don't waste your time. Here's why, because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Oh, I'm happy, nothing. Bring me down, my level's too high. Bring me down, yeah, nothing. Bring me down because I'm happy, 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 happy.